Hey guys, welcome back to the next part of our series. Today we're going to continue with the Axe retopology. This is where we left off, and we're going to start by doing the mirroring, right? So we're going to go to the top view. Let's isolate this guy real quick. I'm going to go to face mode, and I'm going to be very careful to delete all of these faces right here. Let's get rid of soft selection by pressing B, and there we go. Technically, all of the lines that I'm seeing right here would be the border of the axe. So I'm going to double click and select them. But as you can see, we're actually selecting some of them that we don't want, which are all of these guys right here. We only want the borders that are going to be touching the center line. We go to top view, R, we scale them so that they are perfectly aligned. And then with X, we snap them to the grid. There we go. By doing that, we've been able to properly create the symmetry line. And now it's just a matter of mirroring this using our mirror function on the Z negative. Why Z negative? Because we're going from front to back. And that's it. We got this. We got the very cool looking shape right here. We can, of course, say UV and a soften edge, or sorry, a mesh display soften edge. And that's going to give us, again, a couple of weird looking black lines, but all of those are going to be gone once we do the bakes. This is looking quite nice. Very important to make sure, that we don't have this horrible endguns that we sometimes get, especially on the border. We definitely don't want those endguns right there. So I'm just going through the center line, trying to look for those crazy endguns. That's fine. A little bit sharp on that one. We might need to move it a little bit. But there doesn't seem to be any more handguns. And as I say that, there's one more there. There we go. It can be tricky. It can be quite tricky. One of the best ways is to press number 3 to go into smooth mode. And they're going to jump a little bit more obviously. Again, I'm not sure why this happens. I'm going to have to investigate because it's a really weird feature, if you want to call it that way. So there we go. Now, one thing that you might remember is from this piece right here, this part was modified in a weird way. So I'm going to select this guy, go into live surface, and edit this corner right here. So I'm actually going to delete, sorry about that. I'm going to delete those vertices right there, and I'm going to recreate this section. What's the best way? Triangles. So I'm going to do a triangle right there. We're probably going to have to do a triangle right here. So we can adjoin these two guys right there. You can see that this is a rather sharp corner. There we go. We do a square right there, make it a triangle, move it, even if it needs to be moved to the side of the symmetry line, that's fine. Over here, same deal, just big triangle right there to catch this huge surface. And that's pretty much a square, so we'll just do that. And that's it. That way, we've successfully retopologize that specific section. We can again do a mesh display soften edge to make sure that everything is soft or display. There we go. Again, these shadows that look a little bit weird, those are going to be gone once we bake. And that's the shape of the axe, looking quite nice. Again, I'm just going to go to this point right here. That guy. And with W and without this, I'm just going to push it forward. Because I want to be a little bit less stressed. There we go. Cool. Now, this detail right here, the upper detail. So I'm going to grab this new mesh that we created. I'm going to get it into a layer. I use layers quite a bit. Let's delete this other one. We don't need it anymore. And just hide it for just a second. I'm going to go here. And we're going to retopologize this guy. So we make a live surface. We go here. And as you can see, we have a very basic base, I would say. It's just a square base right there. Again, trying to put the points as close to the connection as possible. There we go. And then we go up. It's a very geometric shape. So we can keep it really low poly. Remember that anytime we have this sort of hard surfacey effects, hard surfacey meshes, if you can keep it like this, that's perfectly fine. Because again, it's going to catch all of the elements. I might just, for the sake of volume, add a couple of edge loops right there. Of course, it's going to double or triple the amount of points, but it shouldn't be that much of a deal. And here, we can close it pretty much just like this. Or we can use the technique that we've used before. Just grab everything here, mesh, fill hole, grab that face, mesh tools, or edit mesh, poke. That's pretty much like the top part. Here's where I would probably add a bevel, just to have like a rounder effect right there. And yeah, that's it. One last thing, I'm gonna grab these guys. I'm just gonna push them down a little bit. Why? Because otherwise there's gonna be like an empty space